I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here chatting with. I don't have the microphone low enough. Dang it! Sitting here chatting with Brian. Wants me to send him a link doing Facebook Messenger. I'm not that skilled to do Facebook Messenger. Um, I sent it to. What did I send it to? I sent it to BKM. I don't know if that's your personal or work or not, but this is. I've gotten to that age where I tell my kids, I'm like, hey, I want that mic lowered more. I'm at that age where I tell my kids, here's my phone, do stuff. Oh, there he is. He's coming on now. Maybe. Oh, I can see you're trying to come on, Brian. Hey, what's going on, Charlie? So there he is. What's up, brother?
You think I would know how to do this by now?
Yeah, no worries. No, I was thinking to myself, you know what? This is like the first time I had Felicia on the show. I'm like, my God, it's time. Where's she at? She goes, hey, what's up? I'm like, really?
Hey,
You said
for what
2
it's
o'clock.
worth,
2 o'clock.
for what it's worth, the week I interviewed her, same thing happened. She got on like 30 seconds before. Although she said she was waiting. I think I sent her the link too early and it must expire or something, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, but now I know. Say, hey, be there 10 minutes before. So, hey, no big deal. So, this is what we're gonna do today. I figured we'd let Brian and us. So, full disclosure, Brian's right. I dropped. I don't know if he actually said this publicly. I dropped the ball this year. We're gonna call on 2025 and turn my phone volume down. We're gonna call. I just now got your text saying that you're in. All right. Anyway, I dropped the ball this year. Next year, what we should have done this year is we should have had Brian on and Jordan on and JR on to talk about the light fight because you guys are the experts. But I didn't do it. I apologize. Thought we are going to talk about it today.
After the fact.
After the fact. So I was trying to find some good video of the prizes, but then I saw a video that JR did. I'm like, we probably should just show that. So today we're going to talk about the prizes we're giving out for the contest, and really you have a 10% chance of winning. Actually, we have 5 prizes, so you have a 1 in 2 chance of winning right now because I only have 10 entries. I've had 60 before. I think we had 30 last year. What was that? Oh,
1 in 2.
1 and 2. Yes,
You got a 1 in 2. You better be careful doing that.
Well, I need your video. Go outside of your yard tonight. Go across the street. Film your video. Horizontal. Email it to me. ChristmasOnCrestline@gmail.com. So we're going to show, JR doing the prizes. I will knock that out of the way. And then we'll get into the light fight. You good with that?
It's your show. I'm good with whatever you want to do, my friend.
And I don't think I think I deleted his thing already. Share screen. Let me share the screen. I had this all set up earlier. Which one is it on? It's not that one. Not that one. Let's close that screen. Mega Tree. Boom. So this is a video that JR did about the Mega Tree that we are giving away.
Hey, what's up? I'm JR Mattos, the founder of Mattos Designs. And yeah, I'm standing on top of our new Sasquatch Legend Zeus tree because we build stuff to last, and I'm going to prove it to you. This tree is made to hold 330 pounds. I'm not there yet, but we got enough to spare. And originally I was going to do this video and just stand up here with no hands, but I'm a chicken, so I'm hanging onto the forklift. And my wife made me wear fall protection. Now I'm happy that she made me because I'm scared. But it ain't going nowhere. It's just me standing on top of a pole on the loading dock at the shop. But yeah, this is our new Sasquatch Legends tree. Built to last a lifetime. We test everything to make sure it works.
I think that might actually be his old one. Because the new one person can set up. So that actually might be his old Sasquatch. Do you have a Sasquatch in here?
And I'm trying to remember at the East Coast Christmas show, which was here near my home, that crate was supposed to show up here and it never did. So on display, he had one of his older models, but his older model is impressive, so I can't imagine what this new design is like. It's got to be totally indestructible.
Well, yeah. He said I do have a video of that, an image of that. Nope, not image. Man, I'm just spitballing through it today. Share video, share screen. There we go. Here's the thing about I'm having problems with StreamYard today. It's aggravating me. I don't like the white background. I need to send them a little thing saying, hey, change it to black. Sasquatch YouTube. Where's Mattos Designs? All right, so here is the prize we are given away. Where'd StreamYard go? There it is. So this is what we're giving away. It is a tilt-up Sasquatch, adjustable for height. Retail price of $1283.27. So the prizes are as follows. For static display category, you get that bad boy right there that you're seeing. You win the $1,200, let's call it $1,300, probably $1,400 with shipping. You win that, but that's not all. You win 550 Kraken Flex Lights and a plug and play app controller. All that for our static display category. Static display lights is you have a display. It's no animation. You don't have sparkler machines. You don't have anything. It's just you plug it in, you walk away, and you're good. That's our static display. For our pixel display category, which Carl won last year, you get an additional small tilt-up Sasquatch with a 550 Kraken lights. But because you're a pixel show, you already have controller, so you don't get the free controller. If the string light displays, pretty simple. You have string lights up and you have some sort of animation going on. You win not one, but two of these Sasquatches to elevate your display. So what is that? Nearly $3,000 prize if you include shipping. And then the creme de la creme, the one everybody really wants, is a $750 Mattos Designs gift card and the trophy. The gift card and the trophy are part of the Mattos Spark Award. This is the second annual Mattos Spark Award, and he is the one that picks that. All the other winners are picked by our Patreon folks. You can go to patreon.com/Christmas on Crestline, and you'll get a Christmas card. Also, show if you join the paid tier, you get to vote, and yes, you get to vote for yourselves.
So Charlie,
Yes.
What a great set of prizes. I know there's more, but do you know offhand, is that trophy the same this year or is it redesigned?
I don't know. I believe it's going to be the same. We were supposed to have it in studio here last night, but I had to cancel because I had to work late, and I apologize for that. So we were supposed to have it. I was going to show you. Yeah, I've asked JR. JR is a busy guy. And I said, hey, JR, why don't you come on and talk about it? And he said, I don't know how to whistle like a cricket. He didn't respond. I get it. He's did more than enough for us. Let's catch up on, see who's in here right now. Ben's in here. Ben sent us some video. Are you close to the nursing home explosion? Ben is wanting to know, Brian.
Actually, it is pretty close. It's actually in the township where I had my first apartment.
Really?
We're praying for people.
On some news today. Didn't sound like it was anything good.
Yeah. No, it's tough news, but thanks for asking.
Yeah, you're safe. Monty's tuning in. What's up, Monty? Monty gave me a 2 videos this year. Always love hearing from Monty. Let's see. Chad's tuning in and watching the Great Christmas Light Fight until we start.
I'm on right now. I'm missing me right now. I'm probably not on yet. Henry's probably on with the pumpkin right now.
And you know what? That's just sheer dedication on your part, and I appreciate that about you. Let's see here.
Maybe we should just stream my episode and talk about it. No, just kidding.
We could. I don't.
We're here to talk about the FAA awards. That's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah. Giantano's having some dinner. Willie's tuning in. Rob saying his video is going to be done. Hope you get it. Yeah, send it in. Let's get it. Braden says he's filming. Braden, you filming tonight? He said you need me some video. I need it tonight, ideally, or tomorrow. What's up, Charlie? I've got the Zeus telescopic pole for Mattos. I love it. Very cool, John. John, I haven't gotten yours yet this year. And then someone named Kimberly Mikhail that says, hiya, Christmas boys.
Hi, hon. She's
Hi.
wrapping gifts in the room upstairs, so she's missing our episode too.
Oh, you got your card. Very cool, Eddie. Heath Roberts of the Boston Roberts. Merry Christmas from Oklahoma. That is
in Oklahoma.
He's in Tulsa.
Did you go see the Slankards? You got to go see the Slankards.
How close are they to Tulsa?
Right around the corner in Broken Arrow.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Okay. Anthony's tuning in. What's up, Anthony? The Swinson family is currently who's on. So see, not quite the Michaels display yet.
Yeah, we're next.
Okay.
Swinson, Henry's a great kid, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, very cool. We've had a lot of light fighters just be awesome this year already. Just there wasn't really any drama. There was no drones this year to separate folks. What did you think of the light fight this year?
Amazing displays. I would say there hasn't really been much controversy. But we're going to talk about that a little bit. I don't know about controversy, but I've noticed some things watching back the episodes that I wonder if anybody else noticed. So I'll save that for when we get to that part of the show.
Oh well, yeah, we'll dig into that right now. Let me remove that and share this other screen. Video, not a video file. Stop screen. There we go. StreamYard, I wanted to be able to do three things at once. It's just they aren't doing it for me.
I'm like you. I'm not a fan, Charlie, of the new. I understand why they did the vertical thing, but when you're behind the scenes like we are, it's annoying to see there. And I actually stopped. I stopped activating it when I set up a live. I just slept.
Yeah.
I go the old
I was supposed to do tonight, but I couldn't find the button to unactivate it. So if you're watching Brian and I like this right now, switch to the other one. Switch to the other one. Let's see here. Video file. It's not a video file. I just want to share my screen, man. Yeah, they changed a lot of buttons. There it is. Great Christmas light fight. Boom. Oh, there we go. So here we start out the first family in the first episode. I did make some Where's Waldo jokes about the costumes.
Light up and turn into some beautiful images.
We're going way back in time to the beginning, to the Peluso family.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to go through everybody. I'm just going to kind of highlight some folks. But I dug what they had going on here, and you had back-to-back pixel winners in each week's. It's been a while since we've had back-to-back pixel winners.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting this year, Charlie? You know, we'll cover it as we get to the other episodes, but there have been 3 pixel winners. And as you know, it used to be in a lot of the lighting groups that people disliked the show because they felt they never picked pixel winners. Now, all of a sudden, you're seeing the reverse comments. And I know you mentioned that when you were talking to Felicia. You're seeing all the comments about why are they picking all the pixel winners. No, the regular folks don't have a shot now. It's so interesting seeing general public, not people in our hobby that have the comments, how they flip-flop back and forth on it.
Yeah, it used to be pixel folks go to all this work and hard work and programming all year long, and then they don't win. And now it's kind of the opposite. Like, hey, how come I'm not winning? They're doing all this hard work. It's kind of, it's a perfect analogy. You nailed it.
And the general public doesn't. A lot of the comments I see is, oh, they just buy these things and hook them up to a computer and they don't work, and they have zero clue how much work goes involved to a pixel light show or even a regular AC light show. It's a lot of work building the props and putting it together, programming it. So I feel bad that misunderstanding's out there to the general public.
What's up, my girl Valerie? What's up, Shirky? Tuning in. DB tuning in. Still waiting on some footage. Horizontal view is much better. Yes, I agree. I'll disable the other one at some point in time.
By the way, back to Peluso here. I think the call-out things here were definitely his driveway matrix, which not only is it there, it is tight, clean, straight. It's not sagging. Looks great from an angle, then probably definitely above. So I'd be curious how it looks in person when a professional TV camera is not taking pictures of the images. Can you see it just as clearly when you're an average viewer looking, straight on at it?
Now you picked them to win. What was it about them that you thought that they were going to win?
No, I actually did not estimate them to win because I got the win. I'm going back to I got to go back to my notes to see who all the families were. Let me pull up my spreadsheet of families so I remember. Because Charlie, we were going to talk about records, and I'll tell you why my perfect record went when we get to the heavyweights. But
Yeah, I thought you picked them to win.
no. They
Did they
deserve
win?
to win. Everybody deserves to win. They were great
Okay.
shows. But let me see here, because I picked the right winner, but I'm trying to remember who was the other winner. Who was the other person? Oh, Jimenez. Jimenez, yes.
Right.
The Biggest Little Christmas.
Oh, that's right. That's
Arizona.
right.
There you go. I had to refresh my memory on who was on.
So, yeah, just kind of skipping it forward here a little bit.
But what else, before you get off Peluso, he had a lot of traditional stuff I didn't expect. He had the little second reveal with the little hideaway for the kids to go into. He had the Peanuts characters, which I was shocked that they showed them so prominently, because when we were on the show, you could have them, as I've mentioned before, as part of the copyright, but they were not supposed to be featured prominently on reveal night. So they must have worked around some of that.
Yeah, they did a great job. Jump ahead here. The train one was cool. The train one was real cool.
Yeah, the Grayson family out of Parkton, Maryland. Fun fact I found when I was doing research about trying to find out who was on the show and could not find this family. Not a big social media presence, but stumbled across a display in Parkton, Maryland, which is where they wound up being from. And he does it at his home, lets people in the community. But interestingly, after he filmed last year, he had to shut his display down because of some disrespect from visitors, leaving trash and doing things of that nature. So I know he's open this year. I don't know how that's going. I've heard it's been good, but that was just a fun fact I found. I guess it's a not so fun fact, to be honest with you.
That'd be, plenty of people have said, I don't want to go on the light fight because it's going to add traffic and then I'll have to shut down. That'd be an interesting, if I'm a, documentary person, if I'm a documentary filmmaker, that'd be an interesting, light fight after the fight as far as who had to shut down and why. Because some just have to.
Yeah, I mean, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but the Lunar family, which wins in an upcoming episode, is going through that right now. I mean, they've done a great job to manage traffic, but they've posted publicly to, the last 2 days, they're shut down for the rest of the year because of no matter what they've done, there's visitors to the display that are disrespecting the neighbors, driving over the yards, yelling at them for not letting them sit in front of their house longer. I mean, all this crazy stuff when they're there trying to raise money for a charity.
That's just silliness.
Yeah. But what did you like on Grayson besides the trains? Oh, we jumped ahead to Jimenez.
We did, but I loved. I called him the winner because he got two geniuses from Carter, and the Carter is like, you do the same thing I do. You turn your hammer upside down, you dig a trench because that's how he hit all of his lines. I thought that was neat. I thought for sure he was going to win, but I liked the. It reminded me of my childhood. Monty Small. A lot of folks don't know he also has a train set that he has display on his interior display, which is pretty neat. Yeah. I like toy trains. I grew up, playing the electric cars, racing around the track. That kind of took me back.
Now, this one caught me off guard because initially I would not have, off the cuff, just seeing previews or when I researched the displays, I'd be like, I can't see that one being the winner until you realize there's more than meets the eye. And there definitely was in this display multiple levels of things for visitors to see. And, that's something Light Fight's never really seen. I mean, come on, let's think about it. If you built the igloo that, I don't know if we'll see it in your playback here, that has a little hole, who would even think to look in there? And then you see a whole Christmas village in there. I mean, yes. And I think that's what Carter liked about it.
Yeah, that was a cool little twist. And when AJ was on, she talked about how she tells the current families, you need to have 13 to 20 different things that you can talk about, and at least 8. But wait, there's more. So I'm like, my goodness. So they're putting a lot of, not pressure, but realistic. If you want to win, you have to have this. And she said that they have thousands of people in the queue to get on, and they're only going to do 9 to maybe 15 families. I guess more than 9, but.
Yeah, they're still shooting for the 18 next year. I don't know if they'll be heavyweights again. They just did their 5th heavyweights, but
yeah.
I mean, and AJ touched on this, and maybe Felicia did too. It was evident this is a year of trying to dispel that rumor of you have to have a gigantic display to be on the show. And there's every episode almost has a smaller than what people think they need to have on the show, and they performed very well, and some of them won.
Yeah, they ended up. They're going through the recap. What was your favorite episode? One,
Of
two,
all of them
three.
so far,
Yeah, of this
God, you
year.
always ask. That's almost like Jordan asked me who's the best winner from our trip. I liked a little bit about everything. I liked,
Yeah.
believe it or not, I am not usually a fan of the heavyweights, and the reason I say that, and maybe people will agree or disagree with me, but the reason I say that is heavyweights are almost 99% of the time already commercial entities. They're getting the attention they already get. They're making money. They're getting crowds. And, it's cool to see something like that, to have variety on the show. But at the end of the day, for me, I'd rather see three independent families get on that'll never have a shot of owning a big drive-through commercial thing. So that's the first thought. But the reason I said that, though, is this is probably one of the coolest heavyweights I've ever seen. So I'll say I liked heavyweights this year.
Okay. See. Uh-oh. Chad's watching your episode now.
Oh, don't skewer me.
Yeah, so go to folks watching. You can also simulcast Brian's show.
Places and Spaces channel.
Places and Spaces. Yeah, you can please some of the people some of the time, and yeah, you can't please everybody all the time. You're right.
Yeah.
I think the Pixel show this year was mixed in other modes to give. Yeah, it was. There was one, I forget who it was, but they had projection mapping, AC, pixels, static. They had 5. Oh, and they had DMX.
So of the 3 pixel winners, you had the Lunar family, mainly pixels, but they have a significant amount of standard displays, and some of that was shown on the show. And then I actually know Brad and Candace. Never been to their display. I had a chance to go there during the Ohio Mini out of season, but I've seen a lot of Brad's props that he brought to the Ohio Mini, and a lot of them are traditional. So they got to see that. Then you had the following week, the Horn family, which we didn't get to yet. And he kind of did what Dave Castle did in season 10, techie in the front, tacky in the back. But I would say his light show was definitely more extreme, and of course had its own song synced to the music and so forth. And then the Hack family was more of a theme and story, and he had water and so forth. We'll talk more about those in a minute when we get through, because I have some comments maybe to bring out to see what people think.
Speaking of the Ohio Mini, how many conventions are you going to this year or next year, as it were?
The plan is to hit a couple. I don't know if I could hit them all this year. We'll see what happens. Obviously, it depends on schedule and things at work and so forth. How about you? What are you trying to get to?
Trying to get to Philly. I already have my hotel room booked. Expo down in Fort Worth, and then I'm foregoing the Kansas Mini this year. I'm going to hit the Oklahoma Mini this year. So
good. Yeah, I think for the first year it's not firm yet, but we're probably skipping Trans World this year.
Oh, then I'm not going.
Trip.
If you're not going to the Philly Trans World, then I'm not going.
No, I'm going. I'll definitely be at the Philly Trans World.
Okay.
I'm talking the one in St. Louis, the main one.
Yeah, same. I'm skipping that one too. So, unless for some reason, I mean, I know Jordan was there last year, and JR and a few of the people in our core group. But I've been there enough times. Jean wants to do an animatronic Halloween show this year, so maybe I need to go for that. But I think we already have 8 trips planned for 26, so time's an issue.
So where's Tanya at now? I'm trying to look at the screen here and get a guess. She is at. Show me a face, and I'll be able to tell you. Oh, she's at the family in San Angelo, Texas.
Yeah.
They are drawing a blank on their name right now. I will get you that here in a second. The Irving family, who was one of the families, have no clue who they were. No clue who they were.
That's what I was going to ask you. How many were there that you didn't know? Was it 3 or more?
There were at least 3, and I narrowed it down to 2. And then this one and the one in the very last episode, the Perez family, were 2 that never heard of. Here's Brad and Candace.
And you said they had to go dark already this year?
They've made a decision. It's public. If you go to Lunar Family Lights, I would definitely go there. They're trying to raise money for a charity that helps kids with disabilities or injuries go to a vacation spot that's fully paid for. So the downfall of them shutting their show down is now they're losing a week's worth of charities, but they're doing it just because it's starting to get out of hand with the way the visitors are treating the volunteers for traffic and themselves. So I would at least go look at their Facebook page and maybe donate to their charity if you're interested. It's a great charity.
Yeah, one thing cool about doing this one live for the watch party is that geodome thing they had on top of their mega tree. I've never seen that, and someone in the chat that day told me where they got it from. Said, we've seen that at a convention. Um, Monty, are you going to Philly too? Oh yeah, hope to see you guys. Monty, we'll see you there in Philly then. So you said
15
they've had
minutes from my house.
do what?
It's 15 minutes from my house.
Look at you! Look at you! So I'm excited. So to back up here a little bit about the FAA awards, the trophy that JR made, I'm told is 8 pounds. It will be here, probably like right here in 2 weeks. So we'll get to see it live, get to see it, and see who else is going to have that this year. I would like, selfishly, I'm going to be honest, I would like a light fighter who's won to get it to judge the two. That'd be cool.
Well, Jordan was asking, is it too late to submit his video? He has one done, but he has to remove some music. And I said, I would ask Charlie. I said, I'm pretty sure Charlie's going to take some more late submissions.
He doesn't have to leave the music in there, and I just load it up. I don't care about monetizing or anything. Whoever the artist is can have the money. So yeah, Jordan, give me your video. All your live fighters, give me your video. I got one submission, new submission, never seen it before, and I'm like, how in the hell are you not on Light Fight? Like, my God. Pretty cool. We got some pretty cool. We only have 10, but we got some pretty cool stuff going in. All of them are amazing so far. But I'm even if you just have a single string of lights on your house, send it in. You never know what's going to inspire somebody else.
Oh, that means I can submit this year then, Charlie?
Yes, absolutely.
Pick the worst display of the year.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to enter my own contest. I don't vote for it. I'm going to enter my own contest. I'm going to get my single string of lights down on my candy canes.
I thought you would have them on your gutters since you were testing.
Oh, yeah, gutters. Yeah, gutters.
Gutter
Yes. The gutters, I'm telling you, I'm going to film stuff now for my Christmas and July extravaganza. So I'm going to do 30 episodes in 30 days this year, and that's going to be one of them. It's legit great to see. It is something, and they're only like $1 a piece. I'm like, that's going to rule the roost here in a little bit. So he had so much candy here. He had so much eye candy here. This is a great display.
Yeah, he put a lot of hard work into it. And they will likely be at the Florida Mega Mini if you try to make it to the Florida Mega Mini. They were there last year.
Probably won't, but you never know. Going back to California, to Riverside, California, to the Copaz family. Copaz?
Yep, they were the list family, as many call it, Scrolls. So
nobody else caught this when it aired, and I didn't want to point it out, but there's only going to be a few hundred that watch this one. So when Tanya comes up, he has his arm over his wife's shoulder, and she just shrugs that off. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know what happened behind the scenes that they didn't air, but she was not happy about something.
I'll have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, I got a kick.
Maybe a little jealousy of Tanya. Who knows?
Yeah, my wife's like, oh, he did something. I'm like, yeah, he probably did. Or she said that he thought that he might have been pulling her hair because he had his arm on her hair too.
Yeah, probably.
Pull his hair. But I thought it was funny. It was a funny moment. What address do you use for the contest? Christmas on Crestline. I was getting ready to do like this, but it's a different shirt. At gmail.com. And if anybody out there is a web designer, I would like one goal I have for 2026 is to create a website for the sole purpose of uploading video for this contest, because I'm not fancy and I don't have a website, and I have to answer everybody's questions about how to send it in every year. So if there's any web designers out there, let me know.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some kind of interface for you in the future.
Yeah.
But the harder part would be the file attachments and how big they could be. So
yeah.
But
I love this display because I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I love the names, that interactiveness, and her handwriting is nice. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I wish I could write like that. Imagine writing all those names. And I thought that was neat too. I never, you've seen people lists. I have a list in the box I have with the animated David Hamburger Santa. It has all my family's name on it. Did I put Tanya on the list? No, I put Tanya elsewhere. I put her on the gift box that we gave her, which is one of the things worth noting. We're not even on the episode yet, but did you notice, Charlie, this year in 2 of the winners that Tanya picked, the Hack family, which we didn't get to in New Jersey, that's the beach theme, and then the Loader family, which was the elf town at the end, Did you notice they both had a second reveal that were probably things they normally wouldn't have in their show afterwards? And I wonder if that helped any with the win. So if you're not referring, know what I'm referring to, at the Hack family, they had a double reveal, but it was to show the bar behind with cocktails, which I thought was interesting that Disney even showed that. Because of the alcohol part, which, with being a family channel. And then two, on the Loader family, the Elf Town, they go for a second reveal and it's Santa all sitting in a hot tub in the back.
Yeah, AJ said that was her
They've
idea.
never done that before. That kind of it streams a little bit away from the reality TV part, if you will, and probably more for entertainment value. But I could be totally wrong. Maybe they do have that every night. I don't know.
No, they don't. AJ asked them to add that. She said, here's what we need. We need to do something with your pool, with your hot tub area. You need to have Santa Claus in it. Can you do that for me? So they did that just for AJ.
All right, so we're still looking at Loader. We're looking at Peluso. If anybody follows the controversy, what his display is very religious gentleman. Just like many people that's been on the show, he's talked about his nativity scene and Jesus and so forth. And he says they kind of took that all out. They barely show his nativity, which he said he was very adamant up front with them, saying, when you film us, you need to show this. And of course, the backside post-production team edited most of it out. And he was upset about that. He was disappointed in that. If he was upset, he was disappointed.
Yeah, I've heard of that a lot from folks. Well, even the Slankers, they were saying, hey, we spent a lot of time on this, but they didn't air it. But AJ did say, and Felicia too, that because they have more time now, they're able to put a lot of things in that they normally would cut. Hey, what did you think of all the red cars this year? There were some neat cars this year.
There were some neat cars. One thing, in my opinion, it seems like they maybe they were trying to film the way they look different this year. They don't seem as intensive, and maybe they're just trying to change the views up a little. They still do the Santa click there. They still do the car start up. They still show the judge getting in or out. Their pull aways there, like that looks like maybe the space was tight and they couldn't fit a bigger pull away or something as the car drove away. I'm not sure.
I thought that was the best intro she's ever done. Gets in there, does a little dance, does a little flip. I had a great time watching that.
If that's like any of the episodes, like when we were on, she literally just met him, and that was impromptu. It's not planned, so that is pretty cool.
I thought that was neat. So then you got to pick the winners, and boom, you got the Pixel Show winners. Let's go.
The one thing that they have now, the Lunar family, and so does the Horn family that's on later, somebody out there, and I don't know if it's Bascoyo, Gilbert, any of the other, and I apologize if there's any Coro manufacturers watching, I'm forgetting all the names, but Gilbert Engineering, there's somebody made a light fight trophy out of pixels, and it's really sharp looking. It's not on the episode, but they have it at their house now if you go look at
really?
Some of their videos.
Yeah, who was it that did their own light fight trophy? Oh, it was the Chicken Wire folks. They made their own Chicken Wire trophy. That was neat.
By the way, Charlie, I just watched back some of those episodes, even though I watched a lot of them while watching you or while I was on my OK Texas Xmas road trip. And I didn't fully. I never understood we didn't get to the chicken ones yet. I couldn't understand why they were wearing chicken hats, but duh.
No, that was
chicken wire.
Yeah, I guarantee that I didn't even think of that.
I just figured that out literally today when I had it playing on the background while I was working. But a very emotional win. You could see Brad was very emotional in his win. And
this was a great reaction. This was a great one. I for me, I love I love the bookends of it. I love it when they meet the host, and I love it. I love the reactions. I'm a reaction kind of guy.
Yeah, I would agree.
That's just fun, and I like how they had it all static on there. And you see there behind them the matrix wall that they have in the windows. The camera still doesn't want to record that very well. It is hard to record LED lights. As you guys who submit entries know, sometimes it's hard to do it. I did reach out to a new company called, what are they even called? I don't even remember what it's called. It's the True Tone. Forget what somebody emailed me today. True Tone lights, you can film them. They're anti-flicker. It was either Monty or Giatano, maybe.
They are awesome. They're on my list to purchase. The problem is very expensive. But if it's what you want, especially if you're doing old municipal decorations and restoring them, or you want to have that classic on your tree, but be prepared to spend about $70 for a C7 25 count string set between the cord and the bulbs. So they're pricey. Hopefully they find a way to get costs down a little bit to increase volume or reach for the average user.
I want to say they're in Utah, maybe, but I emailed them, said, hey, I asked them to come on the show to talk about the product. We'll see if they answer or not.
Great stuff, though.
Yeah. Let's see. I got a lot of light files. Go back to light fire here. Touch. We want. What we say? You want to do 1, 2, and 3 tonight? We don't have to do all 6 tonight.
Yeah, it's whatever you do. It's your show. You had me on as a guest, which I appreciate. And
no, we're like a tandem here. We need like 4 or 5 other folks to start their own YouTube channel. I like that this is genre to blow. You are doing phenomenal. Best editor in the industry right here, folks. I'm sorry, where are we at? Right there, that. Mr. Brian Michael.
Now, if I can only get more viewers, please help. Please help.
It took me 2 years to get my first 1,000. You'll breeze through that. 2 years, because we're seasonal. People want to watch us during a certain amount of time.
Except for all the crazies that are on here tonight, like us.
Yeah, and Brandon's tuning in, doing his live tonight. Doing it live tonight for your display. Cool.
We'll have to check it out on your post later. If you didn't hear Brandon, I'm missing my replay on Places and Spaces right now because I'm here with all you wonderful folks. But I do have it on my phone right here. They're getting close to announcing the winner of season 11.
Who's going to win? You're going to have some alternate universe where they pick somebody else. Like, what happened?
So the Hack family, interesting story here. They're within an hour of me in New Jersey. I might try to get there over the next week. We have some weather going on. Their display is totally different this year. They do a different theme every year. For the show, this is the first time they've done it 2 years in a row, as I think probably AJ mentioned, so they could do it for here. I knew that before AJ talked about that, but couple interesting
in the industry that you don't know, Brian.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I don't know. I couldn't find them all, but
that's true. Yeah, you always live up to your moniker, the librarian. You are a genius at that.
So I've heard of this family. I've seen them on some of the local Philly news stations, just like we've been on over the years. And I have to be honest, you watching those, it's a great display. When I saw it on the TV, it just never looked like it was a light fight type of display for me. So it was interesting to see. And I will say, when they pan back, this display is an example of you don't have to cover your whole entire yard, but they have totally unique displays, and the way they put them together is pretty amazing. I'm sure editing helps too from the light fight staff. I do plan on trying to get over here, though. They don't maintain a social media presence, and I don't know if it's just because they're not those kind of people or they don't want traffic at their display.
Real quick, though, let's you and I give a shout out to all the guests at the Brandon Reaver has us on speaker for his guests as they travel around his show tonight.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
They're probably like, who the heck are these two guys?
Well, this is Charlie Byers from Christmas on Crestline talking to Brian, the librarian, Michaels. Michaels from Great Christmas Light Fight, Interfame. How would you describe this fame?
We are Brian Michael, the Michael Family Christmas Display out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Check us out on Facebook. We were on the Great Christmas Light Fight, season 11, episode 6. And we took home the coveted light fight trophy. We were fortunate. Not why we did it, but it happened to us. And I won't do anything different to give. I'm not giving it back.
Not so much. So yeah, they did the 3 things here. And again, it's my dream. I have 2 dreams about the light fight. 1, for someone to wear my hoe hat on their episode. And 2, to see a prop that I've built. And they say, yeah, I saw that Charlie did this. I've seen 2 props that I've done tutorials on. One was in who won the first episode? I'm drawing a blank on the couple's names.
That was, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Jimenez.
They had a chicken wire bowl, and I'm like, I have my lights always burn out when I use chicken wire and attach them to them. So
I know we didn't get to that episode yet. The Paul family, they did the chicken wire, but
no, they did chicken wire. Yeah,
But I heard you saying you did a giant chicken wire display years ago. I never knew that.
Well, we just did. I just make them Christmas light balls. I'd have an episode. It was actually shown in Russia, which Russian TV station interviewed me. It was kind of neat about that during COVID. But yeah, just bend wire. You put lights around it. Nothing big.
Yeah.
Let's bring in one year we made a 13-foot tall muffin when we did a candy cane game board in our yard. Gia Tanos and Brian, you were an alternate too, right?
Yes, we were. And that's I'm not sure who if any was an alternate for season 13, but alternates happen almost every year. They usually pick a couple of them in the different regions in case somebody drops out. And as I've talked about before on some of my episodes, we applied for Light Fight in 2022, the very last day of casting, summer casting. Within a week, we had an interview. And then by Labor Day weekend is when Felicia and White contacted me and said, "We love you. We're going to put you on as an alternate." Didn't know what that meant. Just set up like you would. And I did. I didn't know what to expect. And then 2 weeks after I started setup, we got the call that somebody dropped out for some reason. And the rest is history, if you will. Mm-hmm. So if you do get to pick to be an alternate, it's a really good thing. If you don't make it for that year, you're probably automatically on the next year. So hang in there.
You don't have to be silent that you're an alternate, right?
You still can't tell people you're selected for the show. And just like all the rules apply, you get a packet that tells you everything you need to do. Everything applies. You could say I'm being filmed for a reality TV series or something like that.
Okay. Because when I was talking to, I think it was either AJ or Felicia. And I said, yeah, this person's an alternate. Like, well, we can't really talk about who's going to be on the show. I'm like, I did not realize alternates had to be secret. So I'm like, okay, I know like 3 of them, but yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut from here on in. I didn't know to keep quiet on that. That was my fault.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Giotano's talked about it. I'm not sure at what level an alternate you are, but if you want to talk about it, certainly reach out to me. Sometimes they just don't drop and you don't make it that year. That's the crazy part. Yeah. Here's the bar. Here's the bar scene I was talking about. I do like the Light Fight cookies too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to have to get some to go with my cup. Light Fight cookies. And look, they put the trophy on it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people this year that did the trophy teaser, like, "Hey, Judge."
Mm-hmm. Which, I thought the yearbook was genius with the Lunar family.
That was. And I would assume it was a true story because she literally went and got the yearbook and it's in there. It's not like they printed the page. I will say sometimes I think there's a balance. And when you watch back the episodes, I think the people that push the judges like, "Hey, you got to bring that trophy back here." I don't know if the judges like that or not. That being said, I've seen several where they did that and the judge did give them the trophy, but I just don't know if the judges really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, it's I don't know. It could just be they want to say something they don't know what to say. Like, it's word salad, gives me something to say in the moment. So this was a neat house. I liked all the work they put in here. I don't know how those lights don't short out. They do have the chicken lights, chicken hats.
Yeah, like I said, when I first saw them, I'm like, why are they wearing chicken hats? And I literally didn't figure it out. And they might even mention it on the episode, but I missed it. See, they changed them. It's like, why do they got those hats on for? Chicken wire.
And they also do a different episode or different decoration every year, but they only do the front of their house. And AJ talked them into bringing back some of the old displays.
I know. Could you imagine them? Like I would assume they rip down the old displays and disassemble them. Could you imagine rebuilding them all again? That's crazy. And which comes to believe, could you imagine cutting all the zip ties off the chicken wire and then getting rid of the chicken wire? Oh,
what was it? I forget which family was from the first episode said he used at least 2,000 zip ties. I'm like,
yeah. Well, the second to last family, the Perez family, when we get to their episode, I had that on when I was working today, and she said she used over 11,000 in the display that's on here. So that's a lot of zip ties.
My goodness, it is.
I'm finally getting a Harbor Freight. It opened. Today's the 23rd. Brand new Harbor Freight. Literally, I can walk to it.
All right.
Finally opened, and that's where I get a lot of zip ties and other things because they have some great stuff for a good price for your display. So
we've got 2 propane heaters, the ones that just blast out the air. We got 2 from Harbor. That's the only thing I think I've ever bought from Harbor Freight.
I bought all the display boxes that have my hamburger elves that you see in my episode and my Santa Clauses. When I built the boxes, I put wheels on them so I can roll them in and out. They're all wheels from Harbor Freight because they were super cheap.
All
right, we got the Riera family, which I know you've had Bill on quite a few times, Charlie. And I will say, if you go look in a lot of the Facebook groups for this episode, he was a fan favorite. A lot of people were surprised that Tanya didn't go their route.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he's good. He agreed to come on the show for an interview, so we're going to talk to him here in the future.
seems like a super nice guy. He messages me once in a while, and I saw he's been joining your show. I'm sure, like a lot of the people this week, probably have a lot of visitors because the schools are probably closed tomorrow. So I would think a lot of the displays are busy tonight.
Yeah, Brandon says he's still trying to figure out how the lights don't break in chicken wire. I've caught a lot of birds in my chicken wire bulbs before. I'm like, set free. There you go, buddy. So I thought I probably like their outfits the best out of any episode this year for intro outfits.
Yeah, it looks like they spent a lot of time. I don't know if they got them custom made, but they look very regal, and they should. He has a castle, so he really put it together well. Yeah,
I thought for the prizes for the FAAs this year, I was curious if JR was going to say let's do some suits, let's do some outfits. Didn't happen this year, maybe next year, because he's selling outfits now.
Yeah, he does it through his Johnny 5 clothes company, which, for what it's worth, those proceeds go towards some of the lighting communities for getting prized up. But you just reminded me of something I was going to remind people of. If you're still missing light show stuff after you're done talking to Charlie and I at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight, X Lights Around the World premieres their video where everybody submits all their pixel light shows that use X Lights, and they sync them all to the same song, and then the video plays everybody's house like on a big panel. That premieres tonight at 10 p.m. So just on Facebook, search for X Lights Around the World. I forget the address, but there is an address you can go to at 10 Eastern and watch it live. Yeah,
Carl's not in here. Steve's not in here tonight. Is anybody in the chat tonight? Is anybody doing X Lights Around the World? Let us know if you are. Or if you're watching this back later, put it in the comments. So I'm curious. So he had a full display here. He didn't have any dark spots except for the one walking path, but he still has, he didn't have any dark spots there. I didn't think. I'm fine with that's interactive right there. You got the snow going right there.
I don't know if AJ mentioned this, Charlie, because I did watch most of the episode when you had her on, but not all of it. If you go look at his Facebook page, he actually has a huge Lightorama light show, and they made him make it static for the show. And I'm going to, in my opinion, I think it was the total right move. If I was Bill, I think I would leave my display static like it looks in here and just play music in the background. But I saw his live video. He posted the display just this week, and he had the light show going. I couldn't tell if it detracted from it or not, but there's some displays where you think a light show enhances it, and it may actually not. So you can see some of it in that video there.
He's Lightorama. He is not.
Yeah, he's a Lightorama guy.
Thanks a lot. The rares were awesome. Just something about that. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of people were very, especially when he did the scene where he was showing pictures of his family. It was very emotional and very touching. Which the light fight show it's obviously it's first about light displays and so forth, but it's really more about the stories of the families. And when you get to hear more about a family, it connects you more with them. And I think that's one of the appeals of light fight. I think that's why it's lasted so long. And I've looked at they've only released ratings for the first 2 episodes on some of the rating sites, and it looks to be about the same as what it is the last couple of years. So I'm not sure if it's up or down, but it's very strong. I saw an article that said that the light fight ratings could be compared to actually this past fall seasons of a show like Grey's Anatomy. So that's telling you something. People are watching it.
Yeah, Felicia said the numbers are up this year, which is a good thing. Carl's saying that he went to his watch parties. Very cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. Were you on earlier, Carl? We were talking about you in a good way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then Brandon said he was doing LOR. Then AJ said to get rid of it. Just do static. And he did.
He says the best thing he did. I'm not saying don't, because I run a section of Lightorama in my display, but it's not my focus display. But that's the thing that you talk about the judges, whether they pick the right or the wrong thing sometimes, and it's a judgment call.
Yeah.
Same thing when I do my statistics for my librarian hobby. When I go back and look at the shows, I categorize them as traditional, AC light show, and pixel light show. And I know I could break them up more, but I make a lot of judgment calls. Like, for example, I put Bill's show into the traditional category, even though I know he has an AC light show. But it's because it's how they showed him on Light Fight. That's how I want to judge it.
That's perfect articulation. Rob's tuning in. What's up, Rob? Carl saying he's got here late.
Hey, Rob.
So, Brian, for your watch party, how many people did you have over?
We had about 60 people. We did a fun thing. We had so everybody that follows us or have seen our Light Fight episode, you can tell my wife has a disability. It's called ataxia, spinocerebellar ataxia. It's a degenerative disorder, kind of like MS. You know, you talk about things that you can't say on the show. Tanya asked us about that, and we told her all about the National Ataxia Foundation, and we were hoping that they would at least plug that charity on there, and they didn't. But the reason I bring it up is because, what did you ask me again, Charlie?
About how many people you had for your watch party?
Oh, at the watch party. Oh, so at the watch party, we did a couple fun things. One, we had an ugly sweater contest, so everybody came dressed for ugly sweaters, and I have pictures of them on my Facebook page somewhere from our watch party. Kim found these really cool trophies that look like Light Fight, but sweater trophies. And every money that raised, we gave it to the National Taxi Foundation. We did like a 50-50, and then the other people won the prize and the trophy. We had lots of food and desserts, and then nobody at the event, except for my mother-in-law, is the only one that knew that we had won. So that's when we finally broke the trophy out. And I actually had a few Light Fight hopefuls that I've been mentoring at our show, and they were shocked too when they saw the win. So it was fun. Definitely do a watch party if you are ever on the show. It's worth noting. It's worth doing.
Well, this question's for you, but if any Light Fighters haven't answered, comment on it. What do you ever get any festivals, or like maybe if your local zoo does a light show like ours does? Do they ever reach out and say, hey, come sign autographs and promote whatever charity you want? You ever had any kind of quasi offers like that?
I'm not that famous. Maybe Carl is, or Bill, or somebody. Our township did give us a quote key to the city type thing. And matter of fact, you can kind of see it right here. This is a picture they had made for us. They gave it to us on Valentine's Day. This was Kim and I's Valentine's Day. We went to the township board meeting, and the township, the video is actually out there, a speech I gave and all. So we've done that. I thought about taking the trophy to, sometimes the community has, like in the summertime, community days. Never did that. It'd be fun to do. Because I like showing people, after we aired, we did have the trophy out and took pictures with all of our community. There's tons of videos and pictures out there where we shared it with the community. Even let some people hold it, even though you're just afraid it's going to get dropped and what would happen if that did happen.
Yeah, I would not be a fan if it got dropped, or that probably actually kind of suck. That sucked a little bit here. Go back to Carl's episode here right quick. I must have been talking when that aired. I don't remember the living room scene.
I do. Like I said, we talked about it before Carl got on. It's just layers and layers of a display where I didn't think of that. No wonder the judges are like, Light Fight likes to see something they've never seen before. And this was definitely something they never seen before. You might say, oh, they saw those blow molds before, or they saw those store props or whatever, even some of the DIY or inflatables, but nobody's ever done the step by step and into a deeper view that puts it into the kid's eye, brings it back to a child type thing. I think it's really cool.
I will say that I have what I refer to as a dinner jacket that perfectly matches Carl's shirt in this episode. I don't wear it too often because it has shoulder pads and I'm a guy, so I don't like to wear it. But yeah,
Charlie, I did go and get one of the smallest micro trees. You see it? Can you see it in there?
Yeah. I
think
love
it's in
it.
there.
He's like, oh, is this a joke? I'm like, no, here you go, man. Come on. Go, yeah, come on, you're joking. Huh? Man, look at the tree. Let's go. That was funny.
I love the blow molds there. So I'm a fan of them.
Well, I like how you can tell the vintage and the old. It's kind of like if you go to, Chiefs fan, because I'm in Wichita, but if you go to a game and I see someone with a brand new jersey on, I just don't trust that they're a true fan. You have to have the worn jersey with the barbecue stain and the beer stains over it. I haven't washed it in 32 years, and I like older props just in general.
Yeah. Plus, it was fun how you made up with the global warming protest. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
So Carl, is your since you're in here with and still in the chat, I think I'm curious, is your wife more the crazy Christmas person, or are you guys both equal? Let us know.
Brian saying no on Great Christmas Light Fight, but I'm nominated for our county's positive influence person this year. Very cool. Well, that's neat. Carl is the crazy one. Carl, we need to get you on here for a chat about Christmas. You interested in coming on the show sometime and talking about your episode or just Christmas in general? She tolerates my nonsense. That's well stated. That actually would be a good Christmas shirt. Christmas lighting since 2012 because my wife tolerates me. Very cool, Carl. So, hey, email me, christmasoncrestline@gmail.com, and we'll set something up. Willie saying, what group would I enter having both AC and pixel lights? What's your thoughts?
FAA, I mean.
Oh, for the FAA?
I'm
It's
assuming that's
whatever
what
you
he's
send
asking.
me. Yeah, if it's whatever you send me. If you send me something that's mostly static, I'll probably put you in static. And honestly, if you're both, but I say I have one pixel, well, another pixel person, I'm going to put you in the pixel one. Right now, I think I got LO has entered his. I always forget. I'm sorry, LO. I think your name's Zach. I always forget his name. I believe that's Zach. You know what I need to do is I need to get a chart over here that has the handle and the real name. So yeah, we'll take that out then. And so what I need from you folks, we've gone through them again, but just to reiterate what it is you get. Let me stop sharing this one, stop that screen, and show you what exactly you will win by entering this year's Fan Appreciation Award video file. I keep hitting file. I want share screen. They need to fix that.
Wait, Carl just popped something up that I'm interested in because I didn't know this. They says they got 2 trophies. Explain.
Ooh, yes. Of what do you speak?
Oh, you got the that's right. You got I thought you were the little one. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Although, fun fact as the librarian on the Neighbors episode, actually in Henrico, Virginia, the Piper family, not Piper, they received 2 trophies. One was for Mama Rose. So they were supposed to be neighbors, and he did her mom's house. She passed away.
Right.
So they still gave them both trophies.
Micro trophy and Liberty Bird trophy. So for those that joined late, give me your submission. And Carl, I need your video too. Just go across the street, whatever, drone footage, I don't care. But it has to be in horizontal video. Email me your submission to christmasoncrestline@gmail.com. You can use WeTransfer.com that I believe Giatano turned us on to this year, or as a Google Drive, and that will get you entered into this year's show. The prize this year, we are giving multiple Tilt-Up Sasquatch trophies away this year, but in case I can find out the right one, but let's say that you know what, you don't have a pixel display. So the categories are static display. You will win this machine. Retails at $1,300 plus 550 Kraken Flex Lights and a plug-and-play app controller, which brings it at about $2,000, a little bit more than $2,000 as a prize. If you're a Pixel Light Show, you get this and 550 Kraken lights. If you're a string light display, you get 2 of these bad boys, 2 of them. But everybody wants the trophy, which will be here in person in the next 2 weeks. You get that and a $750 gift card to mattosdesigns.com. It is a legit contest. We have some of the best light shows in the country that send us their video, but that's not what it's about. If you win, cool. Well, that'd be neat, especially the trophy.
And JR comes through. You saw every winner last year got their prizes, got the trophies, everything. It's come through. JR is the man. By the way, yeah. Carl, in case you're still here, now I got to debate if I have to update my library statistics. I think I'll do this as a sub-bullet. So you happen to be, if you didn't know this, your trophy number 95, and so far the Light Fight's given away 90 trophies. So your trophy 85, I mean, sorry.
85, okay.
So now I got to put a sub note that Light Fight's really giving away 90 one trophies, and the one's going to be the micro trophy. That's that. You hit a
Masters?
record in something. It's kind of that sub bullet they call it, like when the home runs with different people and stuff in baseball.
Yeah, Steve's tuning in now. Hey, Steve, are you doing X Lights around? Did you
Steve.
participate in X Lights around the world? 85 and 85.
I bet Steve's on that tonight. He could probably tell us what channel to go watch that on, what Facebook group.
Yeah, Carl said he's got 85 and trophy 85.5.
Yep, 85 and 85.5. By the way, if you didn't know, the most trophies out there, and one is the heavyweights years ago. Not even heavyweights. It was the neighborhoods, not neighbors, neighborhoods. Christmas on Comstock. Also in our Gilbert, Arizona, they have 13 trophies split out among the winners. What's with you Arizona folks hogging up all the trophies?
Aren't they though? It's like the U.S. is just kind of leaning that way. Hey, Steve, where's that airing at tonight? Is it on Facebook or YouTube, or where's that at? And also, Steve, I need your video for this year's FAAs. You get these Krakens that we're giving away. You can win that.
I have an annoying light streak right here on my screen that I just noticed.
Oh, yeah. It's you got the sun rays coming down at you. Coming down at you. No, hey, well, thanks for coming on the show today. Just kind of pop in and prop you. Again, this was meant to be last night. I was meant to have the trophy here in person, but I had to work late and I had to cancel on it was Marshall family. Jimmy Marshall has the trophy. He won last year's Mattos Spark Award. He won the $750 gift card, and you know what? He hasn't even used it yet. He still has it.
Expiration date, right? I don't know.
I don't know, but
inflation's going to get you less, maybe.
Brandon saying, I keep trying, keep Ohio on the board for 3 seasons in a row. There you go.
He's trying to get on the show. He's close.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got anything that the people need to add? Where can they find you on social media?
Hey, everybody can look me up on YouTube. Just search Light Fight Librarian. And if you haven't already followed the channel, you'll see the show. I'm like Charlie, as I've said this before. Saw Charlie at the Kansas City Mini. Is that a year ago or 2 years ago already, Charlie? That's 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh, that's all right. Christmas Expo. Yeah. And so, he was his goal at that show. He taught a class on doing a YouTube show, and his goal was to get more people. Mm-hmm. Charlie's not here to hog all the bandwidth and just be the only. He wants more people talking about Christmas all year long. Yes. So I finally bit the bullet and said, I'm going to do it. I'm getting a good amount of views. I'm getting a following. I'm not at the 10,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Charlie. But that took you 10 years, you said. So
yeah, it took me 8 years. Yeah.
But watch me. I try to be fun, entertaining. I try to be helpful. And at the end of the day, I love Christmas. I love Light Fight, as you know, but it's more than Light Fight. I love Christmas. I just did a great tour to visit Light Fight families in Texas and Oklahoma. Go watch at least the highlight video I put out there and listen to you might like the song. Hey, you guys that do pixels, sync my song up for the Texas folks. It turned out pretty, dude. I know you talked about it, Charlie. That Suno is legit for making a song up.
I'm doing for projection mapping, which I'm going to dive into. I'm going to get it this year, 2026. I created a song on there. I'm doing the House of David on Amazon. I'm doing that hopefully for an Easter program, and I created a song for it. My goodness, that's awesome! But yeah, your song's awesome.
It takes some work, but if once you learn, like the one thing I learned, Charlie, just a tip for you, if you want to control it more, just Google how the AI structures it. So intro, chorus, verse 1, verse 2. That's how I did mine. So in the case of my song, I went and visited 5 families. So the verses were verse 1 was Jordan's family. Then I went to the Mock family, the Brown. And then all that was just, I put words together and they necessarily didn't rhyme or fit like a song. And if you go back to listen to a song, you're like, dang.
Yeah.
The singers are pretty good. And I don't know who they are. I guess they're just, I guess that's one of the debates about AI music is like, who really is the song? Like who are the voices? It's crazy. Anyway, check out my episodes, and I might have one more live at least before the end of the year. I don't know if it's done yet. I'm looking to go to see the Uzaki family. You might remember them from our season. They were the ones with the Nintendo game theme. They no longer do it at their house. He's gone commercial with the drive-through, and I was just
Okay.
messaging Dan. He watches my show. He watches you sometimes, Charlie, and he just invited me out. I was trying to do it last year, and we got the norovirus here in our family. Never get that, by the way. You don't want that. And he just set me up. I'm trying to get out there, and I might do a live from his new commercial drive-through. It's called Glow, GLOW, in New Jersey. Just check it out because you can see how he's moved from a house display to a big commercial drive-through, and it's really cool. I'm going to try to do that live.
Steve's saying it's on the XLX Zoom channel tonight.
Which you might have to be a member of to watch that if you're not.
Yeah.
So I think you can sign up. I don't think there are restrictions on signing in and waiting to get approved.
Ryan's inviting me.
I would love to come to Utah. Love to come to Utah. See you. See Jordan Nash, who's putting together the X Lights Around the World video tonight.
Oh yeah.
And there's a few others in Utah. The Kuhn family, who did the castle in season 4. I heard they're trying to get back up and do a display. Yeah, lots of cool places to go.
I've been to the Four Corners. Is the only time I've stepped foot in Utah. On my way to New Mexico.
Well, just know, Charlie, you probably know this. If you ever go there, you have to join a club to have some whiskey. You can't just go into a bar and.
Oh yeah, I was like that
join a
in
club.
Kansas years ago too. But you know what? I got my own bar. Cheers.
Hey, mine's going to be full later. I showed it before. It's empty right now.
Nice.
But the holidays are coming in. Drink
telling
responsibly.
Yeah, Rob, Brian and I are going to go both in Philly this year. If you're going to be in Philly, let's all meet up, hang out, and have some fun. That's
Yeah,
one thing
when it's organized, let me know, and I'll. Besides seeing it at the show, I'll try to put together a barbecue or something at the house. Won't be as good as Texas barbecue, but hey,
barbecue's barbecue. You just have different layers of it, different layers of flavor. But everyone, send me in your video. I need your horizontal video, christmasoncrestline@gmail.com. Send it to me Google Drive or WeTransfer.com and win this $1,300. It's actually winds up being about $2,000 with all the lights, but win that. We're giving away 4 of them plus $750 in prizes, the trophy. JR is just the man.
legit. And yeah, definitely try to make it to minis and so forth this year.
Heck yeah. So that's about it for us today. Check out Brian on the library on Facebook page on Utah. I got Utah on the brain. On YouTube. The Michael Family Christmas display. Brian Michael of the Light Fight fame. But hang on there for a second, Brian. I'll talk to you at the end of this. I'm Charlie. He's Brian. Give me your submissions. I need them. We have one more live coming before the end of the year, as does Brian. But we'll talk to you guys later. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.